Hi, everyone. I'm going live. If you are around, it's Saturday. I know it's like 3 o'clock here in California. It's 6 o'clock probably on the East Coast, or probably it is 6 o'clock on the East Coast. I wanted to share with you the new annual calendar templates. So I went ahead and updated those today, and I just thought I'd go ahead and show you how to edit those. So I am going to share the screen. I'm really excited because I did add a new template. There were already 5 templates in there, plus a holiday one pager. So I added a 6th template, which is a wall calendar. So it's still an annual, and it is 2 8.5 by 14. So in theory, you can still sell this as a printable. Someone will just need 2 pages of an 8.5 by 14, which they can do double side, or they can have 2 up side by side, or obviously you can combine them into one big document and have it made into a big wall poster. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just open up Adobe InDesign. Now, when you get your files, you're going to see all of these files here in a sales file. There is no links file. So dated calendars, dated planners, the weeklies, all of those have very few to very little images or icons or anything else. I know that when you buy the pop-up shops or planner template kits or whatever I'm selling or calling them, you have a ton of different images, some Adobe stock photos, other things. These are just pretty plain and bare. Not that they're, not as pretty. It's just that when you have a dated calendar, you don't really have to add as much in there. And these calendars were a little plainer because they're meant to be mixed and matched. So there is actually no digital format for today because of that very reason. So hold on. Can you guys hear me? I realized I forgot to, let me see. I forgot to check the sound. All good. Thank you, Leah. Okay. I was almost going to stop it. All right. So let's go ahead. So this is the first template. It is just updated. It was meant to be just really colorful and fun. It would go great with, say, maybe an academic planner or a homeschool planner if you're creating one of those. The second design has the signature pink, blue, and purple combo that I use a lot inside of the weekly. So this is actually meant to be paired with the weekly planner. And so the weekly planner has, I feel like it has 5 different templates in there, and 3 or 4 of those 5 are this blue, pink, and purple color. So they all go together and can be mixed and matched inside of there. Over here, you have fuchsia. So now this is a 2-pager layout for your annual layout. So on the left, sometimes people just have a blank page with the months, so people can do sort of high-level annual at a glance planning, and then you have the year at a glance over on the right side. So I created this in 3 different colors, so these are supposed to go along as well. If you remember, with the monthly planners, you had a fuchsia, you had a gold, and you had a violet. Same thing here, you have a fuchsia, you have a gold version, and you have a violet. So all of these can be paired with the ones in the monthly if you purchase that and put together. And then the last thing, and I don't know why, for some reason, the files should work fine. It's just not working for me here on this computer right now, is the holidays. Oh, no, that's 2020. These are the holidays. If it's not working for you either, don't worry. I'll make sure to fix it as soon as we get off of this live stream. But basically, it is just the dates on the left and the holiday on the right. So very plain Jane, just in case you wanted to stick a holiday page into your planner. And again, I try to use holidays sparingly only because there are different holidays or different things, and people consider a holiday or not a holiday. Like in Illinois, we had Casimir Pulaski Day, and I don't think any other state in the country celebrates Casimir Pulaski Day. And I was very surprised when I went to college and I found out we didn't get that off. And in the real world, I didn't get that off as a holiday. But anyways, so the seventh one, which I'm really excited about, is a wall calendar. So this one, just to be clear, is 8.5 by 14. So like I said, I want to make sure that you can sell these as printables. So in theory, if someone purchases this, they can print it at home. I shouldn't say every, like almost all printers take 8.5 by 14 in the US. It's a standard legal size piece of paper. And you could also take this and have this sent to a printer and just have them put it together and make one big calendar. So this is basically the whole year at a glance. It was like impossible to read if I put all 12 months into one sheet. So this is a 2-pager. It can be double-sided, obviously, or again, it's meant to just kind of lay left and right. But over here, what you have is you have 2 boxes on either side of the date. And it says theme of the year, ultimate goal on the right. And then at the bottom, it says word of the year and mission statement. And these are totally editable if you want to make changes to those. Over here, you have just the month in a traditional looking format. And then down here, you just have a vertical of the month with F for Friday, 01 for the first of the day. I hope it's obvious. And what I did is I just put little pink boxes around weekends so you could easily see just kind of at a glance where weekends fell within that whole calendar. So this is January through June, and this is July through December. Okay, so now let's talk about how to edit all of these planners. It's super easy. If you want to edit any of the text, again, like I said, there's no images. There's not really a lot to resize. If you want to resize this, because these are all 8.5 by 11, if you want to resize this to, say, a A5 or a B2 or some other type of size, make sure to watch my video on how to resize planners, because it's super easy using liquid layouts inside of the new Adobe InDesign. And like I always say, I did include the older IDML files. However, the IDML files, for whatever reason, may or may not work with liquid layouts, depending on what version you have, just because liquid layouts is, I don't want to say relatively new. I feel like it's been around for like 4 or 5 years, but some of the older versions that people load on with the CD-ROM maybe not be able to do that. All right, so all you have to do is, if you want to change the font, you just highlight it over here, and you can change it to anything. That's obviously a font that is too big for this. Let's pick a smaller font. That's Callisto. Let's go ahead and jump up to Railway, Dazzle. How about that? There's a script font. You can change the color as well. So over here, you could change this to, say, a blue. And over here, you could change this background. So make sure you have the direct selection tool on, and then go to the top. And then if you want to make that yellow, and then you can change the text to maybe black so it shows up better. Same thing with this one. Just make sure you select that whole box first. And I can change this to pink. And maybe I want to change the text to yellow. Or no, whoops. I want to change this to pink, and then I want to change the text to yellow. March, same thing. So I think you kind of get the idea. This works the same for this file as well. You'll just select this, and then you can change the background to any color you want. Over here, inside of here, so this is a table. That's why they're all lined up so perfectly. So if you want to change any of these, you can go ahead and change the font up here as well. So let's say we want to make this all a script. I don't know, maybe for some reason you like to do things by the year or by weeks, and so you want every other line to be a different type of font, and maybe you want it to be a different type of color. So you could make this type pink. I think that sounds out the best. Yeah. So anything you want to do, you can do inside of here. Just remember, this is a table. So these letters, so like up here, this is just a plain text box at the very top where it says 21. So I can move this text box anywhere I want. But down here, I can't move a single digit to a new spot because it's all contained within a table. However, I can move that whole table all around as one item if I don't know, if you want to offset the days or move them around or something. So that's basically how you edit those first two. This second one, same thing. These are tables. So you just want to make sure that if you are going to move anything, these move just as one big one. And same thing with this. This is a table, so it moves around. However, within that table, just like before, you can only make changes to say these 3 rows, I want to make this text blue. And then over here, I want to make these last 2 rows pink. So you can do that. There's really not a lot of other things to do, only because, like I said, it's a dated calendar. So I'm not sure what else you want to do except maybe place an image there, maybe put some icons or put a border or a background around here. This at the bottom, you'll notice you can't update this. And the reason you can't, well, you can't update it is because you need to open up master pages. So just go to Window, make sure Pages is selected. You'll go up here, you'll see that B is like a little highlight on top of that page. And if you highlight, hover over it, it will say B Master Applied. So if you want to make changes to anything on the master page, you just double click that B, and then over here, you can make changes. So you could say something like, this is going to be a fabulous year. I can't even type. Or you could just delete it all together, right? So if I go back inside of here now, I'll see that this now says, this is going to be a fabulous year instead of annual calendar 2021. Let's see, what else do you want to change? Oh, over here, I put little boxes over here. If you don't want those boxes, the way to change those boxes is you can go over to Window, make sure Styles is selected, and then go to Paragraph Styles. So you'll see that Paragraph Style 1 is the one that was used. So if you double click inside of here, and then you go down to Rules on, no, just kidding, Bullets and Numbering. That's where I selected that checkbox. If you want, you can add anything else. So let's say I just want a dot. So you'll see it changed all of these to dots because I use the same thing for all of them. I could change this to numbers. So you could have this be a numbered list, or you could say none. And then instead, I say, okay, now there are no checkboxes at all, and it's just plain lines if that's what you want. So that's how you change the lines over on the left. Over here, these are all the same, the purple, the gold, the fuchsia, and now we get to the wall calendar. So the wall calendar works very similar to what we just saw. So these boxes up here actually are exactly the same as the other ones. They have, these are boxes of tables. So the tables, again, if you want to rearrange stuff, this moves around as one big table. These are text boxes. So these can move around just as regular text boxes. And you can also, same thing, just make sure you select the type tool, and you can change the text on these if you want something a little bit more fun and less corporate-y looking, I guess. And you could use a script throughout all of these and change it. Same thing up here, you can change the color. Now up here you'll notice I used 2 boxes. And I'll tell you why. So over here, if you move this, you'll see that this is just the text box with a hot pink line around it as a border. So if you don't like that, you could just get rid of that. This box is actually the shaded box underneath. And the reason I use 2 boxes is because this bottom box, if you look at the top, it says 10%. If I go to 100%, it's really bright pink, and then no one can really write on inside of it because it's too bright. So that's why I brought it down to a 10. And then the border, obviously, if you had a border or text, it would bring that to 10 as well. And that's why you have a second box here, which is at 100%. So it had a nice strong pink border, and you could see the text at 100% instead of 10%. So that's the reason that's there. And obviously, if it gets a little offline, you can just kind of line it up with your eyes, or you could use this tool here at the top that will level everything off for you. All right, so these numbers here at the bottom are really easy. So all you have to do, if you don't like, I don't know, 01, because that's what I did, you could just to hit delete and do one. You will have to manually go through and do these each. There was no automated way really to do these because this was just basically lines of text. You will notice though that this is one big, huge thing of text right here. And then these Saturday, Sunday pink things, I just laid on top. So if you resize or move things, just know that these will move with it. Now, if you want to resize everything or move everything as a whole and you were worried about things like not staying together like that, what you could do is you could go ahead and select all of this, right click on it and say group. And then that way, when I move one thing, everything kind of stays together as a group, depending on how you want to rearrange it. So this is a horizontal layout. I mean, the only thing I could think is maybe you're like, you know what, I really would rather have a vertical layout. And then you could move things around that way. Or maybe you were like, I don't know why you didn't put this all on one page, Lisa. I would like it all shrunk down onto one single page, and you could do that as well. All right, that was kind of everything that I had. I will obviously go back and fix that holiday file. I was just so excited to show you guys stuff that I did not check that before we came live. So let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will leave a link to that below. And that is on sale this week. So here's the deal. So the only thing left, I only have 2 more things that I need to update for 2021. I have to update the weekly, which does have a lot of different templates in that. So that most likely will be not this week, but the first week of August. And then I also have to update the Etsy Kickstarter, which actually would be a little easier. So I think I'm going to try to do that this Thursday. And then everything that's dated will be updated by the first week of August. So all of these templates, except the Etsy Kickstarter, the annual, the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and the academic calendar, all are bundled together inside of the Ultimate Planner bundle. So the Ultimate Planner bundle right now is only $119, but because I increased all these prices this year and because I'm adding new templates, it's actually going to go up. So by the time I update that last planner, that first week of August, just be warned, the Ultimate Planner bundle price is going up. So if you want to grab that, it has everything inside of there. I would grab it now. Otherwise, I will be pushing that price up. I don't even know if I'm going to send a reminder. As you know, I'm just not the best at like marketing and getting things out there. I just kind of feel like if you wanted it, you would just get it. I don't know. It's probably the wrong way to go about things, but that's kind of the deal. And if you guys have any questions, like as you get into the file, because I know like I go through these pretty quickly. And then once you're sitting alone, you're like, I have a question, or this isn't working how I thought it would. Just let me know. You can send me a screenshot too. That's always helpful. And yeah. So I hope everyone's having a great Saturday night or Sunday if you're watching this the next day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.